everybody's doing okay. It's morning time here, so that's why I'm saying good morning. But anyway, I just want to come on here really quickly because I was writing in my journal just a few things that I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm looking down. And I want to talk about God being in control. Lately with the news and, with all of everything that's going on, just crime and all of these food callings, all these food recalls and all of these fire outbreaks and these record-breaking hurricanes and these people worried about what Donald Trump is doing and placing blame on people and coming up with $5 billion to make wall between Mexico and us and all of this crazy stuff that's going on. I'm thinking, we're placing too much power in people's hands. We've got to remember that we're just people in the end. There is no one man, there is no one system, there is no one man-made thing that is going to rise above God, okay? You got to remember, as a believer in Christ, we have our full trust in God, and it's time for us to start trusting in God. You got to remember that the throne belongs to God still. And in the midst of everything that's going on, the news only tell us what they want to tell us. We don't know the full extent or the full truth of anything that's going on. We really don't. But God does. So you got to remember that in God's hands, everything lies, okay? I just feel like we're putting too much trust and emphasis on systems and things and people and money and things that that us as believers that we shouldn't be putting our trust into. Our full trust needs to be in God, and we need to be in continually prayer. We need to be in continually praising God, worshiping God, keeping our strength and our joy and our peace in God and in a place, in a space of peace, okay? We don't need to be becoming just scared and fearful and worried and upset. It's okay to have righteous anger over sin, over people sinning and things like that, but we've got to remember that there's other issues on the table besides what's going on with Donald Trump, what about world hunger? What about the lost souls? People's souls are going to hell right now. And what are we doing about that? What about the poor? What about spreading the gospel? What about God's mission? What about his harvest, there are far too many issues for us to be worried about government and all that stuff. Let God handle those things. Submit those things to prayer. Because what can we do about it? We can make a fuss. We can start riots and things like that people are trying to do. But ultimately, we need to be submitting our worries and our fears to God, okay? And not staying in that place of fear and worry, and get back into the joy and the peace and the mission that God has called us to do as believers. Because that's what this is all about. This is about us trying to bring people to God, to heaven, trying to bring the lost souls back to God. And so whatever God has called you to do, place your focus on that and submit whatever's going on in the world to God, because God is still in control of that. God is on the throne. There is no one person. There is no one system. There is no one man. There is no one thing bigger than God. God is still in control, and we need to make sure that we're submitting that control to God in prayer, okay? And stick to your mission. That's my message this morning. Just stop worrying. Stop being so fearful about this and that. Submit it to God and make sure that you remember that God is in control and on the throne. Trust in him. Praise in him. Worship him. Love him because he loves us. He loves us. And those that are chosen, those of his believers, we need to remember who we are in Christ and whose we are in Christ. We're God's, okay? I love you guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye.